Hello, and welcome to this SmartCrowdz training webinar on engaging your members in your event. So this is a webinar, so that means that you are all in listen-only mode. If you have any questions, please just type them into the question box of your GoToWebinar control panel, and I'll monitor that as closely as I can during this discussion today, or during this webinar. And I'll address definitely any technical issues you have and any questions you have at all about the tool for sure at the end of the session. It's a pretty short session, so if I don't catch something as I'm talking, I'll definitely be able to get to it at the end for sure. We'll be on for less than 30 minutes. So yeah, and we're going to do a demo of the tool and talk about, again, engaging your event members with SmartCrowdz. And you're joining us on this particular webinar because you have already set up an event on SmartCrowdz. So I'm not going to cover the setup page, which is this one right over here, during this session. Let me make sure I'm showing you what I need to. And I hope you've already poked around the site a little bit and seen some of the features that I'm about to show you today. What we'll cover today is the schedule, messaging, and the gallery. That's what we're going to cover today. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So right now we are in Manage and Schedule, and this is the general visual rubric for using SmartCrowdz, and you've seen it throughout the site probably, and you'll continue to see it as you continue to use this tool. The series of highlighted boxes at the top of the page get you where you want to be. So you'll see that we're at Manage and Schedule. And then the major action box is here in the middle of the screen. And in this case, it's the Add an Activity box. Another action box is over here on the left. It's a different kind of action. It's something if you want to sort or kind of deal with the list of things that you have beneath this action box. That's what this one does. In this case, your only option is to remove them, but in some other sections of SmartCrowdz, you can do other things with your items on your list. And then over here on the right, you're going to see Sort, and sometimes you'll also see Search over here on the right. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at adding an activity. So I'm going to click on this box, and I'll get this little pop-up. With this pop-up, you can create an event activity and specify a bunch of information related to the activity. Here is the name of the activity right here. And then here is a headline for the activity. This is often a speaker name, a team name, or any other information you want to include for your activity. Sometimes it's important logistical information like what to wear, whatever you need to add. I'll tell you here that we added it for conferences because people needed to have the speaker names next to every activity. Here are the start and end date and times. If you click on this, you're going to get a little pop-up to enter the date and time. And then in these final two boxes, you can link your activity to a map marker that you have already created and added to your map, or you can even add a new map marker if you are entering an activity that doesn't have a map marker yet. And you can use these two buttons. So let's click on this, and you're going to get select a marker. So this lets you use one that you've already added to the map if you've created your map. And then this button right here lets you add a new marker. So you pick your icon, you give it a title, and you put in a location address. And then this activity is linked to that map marker. Let's close this little box out. And then right here, the last box that you're going to see in your activity box is a description of your activity. And people write, again, all kinds of things here. The schedule is something that members interact heavily with, so we want to provide a lot of fields for you to provide information to your attendees. And you can also attach a file. I want to point that out here. So let's talk a little bit about how your members can use the schedule. So I'm going to cancel this, and let's just take a little glance at these schedule activities that you can see here. You can see all that information that we just covered, plus a little bit more. You can see the number of members that have RSVP'd, etc. So let's go to this event schedule. I'm going to go to view the event here. This is my sample event that I use for all my demos. And I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to look at this schedule here. Okay, so our vision for the schedule is that your event members can use it as a dynamic tool to plan their entire day. Let's say I'm going to this event, which is a fake swim meet, and it's in Cincinnati, and I'm a huge backstroke fan. That's my favorite event. I go into the search box right here above the schedule, and I search for backstroke. Click go. And then I can see that there is one activity related to backstroke right here on the event. If I know that I'm only going to be there on a certain day, I want to look and see if this day that this activity is showing up is one of the days that I'll be there. I know that I'm going to be at this event on the 26th, indeed. So I'm going to go ahead and join this activity. I'll just click this join button. I get a little confirmation. And then this activity shows up over here in the My Activities filter. You can see there it is, backstroke on the 26th of April. And now I can have all my days that I'm going to be at this event planned out over here in my activities by looking here in the schedule, the overall schedule, searching for the things I'm interested in, clicking join, and then having them go over into the My Activities section. And I can click on the map buttons within each of these activities and see the locations of the activities and even get directions to them with this link in the pop-up. So if I click on map, I'll see this little pop-up. It shows me a link to get directions to the location. It shows me the name of the activity. And finally, if I just want to know some more details about this activity, I can just click on details and I can see whatever else it is as an attendee that my event manager has written about this activity. It's pretty useful. And the schedule is a pretty easy way for event members to use SmartCrowdz to plan their days. So let's go ahead and move on to a couple of other topics. First, we'll cover messaging. I talk about event alerts in my SmartCrowdz intro webinar and in a few other places. So you may have heard that you can have your members receive emails or text messages when event alerts go out. Let me show you how that works. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to close out this little pop-up that I have related to my schedule. I'm going to go up to the top of the page, and I'm going to click on my username up here. And that takes me to my account, and you can see personal info here. This is all my personal info. And you can see that here that I, as a user, have my email address listed in the account details as well as my phone number. If I want to edit to add those things, if they're missing or they're incorrect, I can just click edit and add those things. So if I click on notifications, here you can see that the default settings that all users have, that they will receive emails and text messages when these three things happen. An event alert goes out, someone joins an event they've created, or assigns a task to them. And event alerts, so this is the thing I wanted to point out. When an event manager creates an event alert, an email and a text message will go to this person, me, so that I know that an event alert related to an event that I'm in has gone out. Event alerts can only be written by event managers, so these high priority messages that are going to be going into people's inboxes or phones and devices are going to be only coming from event managers. So let's go back to the event that I manage. We're just going to go back here. This is the Tigers versus Armadillos sample event. So let's go to Manage and Alerts. So we're going into the Setup, which is this little gearbox. We're going to Manage, and we're going to go to this item right here, which is Alerts. So here you can see the typical SmartCrowdz page setup. These highlighted boxes at the top tell you where you are, and you've got this major action box, the way to deal with your list here, and then a search box over here on the right. If I click on this Add an Alert Action button, I get a pop-up. I can create an event alert here, attach files or images to it if I want, and post it to social media if I want. Finally, on this page, once I have created an alert, I can remove it if I need to with this action box over here on the left. So let's close this guy out, click on this, and I can remove. If I select one of these alerts, I can remove it. Okay, so let's go back to our event homepage. So you click on the eye at the top of the screen to do that. This is how you navigate between your background of your event, the back end, the part that you're going to edit as an event manager, and the view of the event that you or any event member is going to see. So I just want to point out that you can also write alerts from your event homepage too, here in the post section. So if I scroll down a little bit and just click on this item right here, you enter all your, so this is where posts show up. So as a event manager, I can create an alert. So if I click on this, I get this pop up and I have this little button here that makes my post an event alert. And your members can also write just regular posts or of any sort here in the post section. We recommend that you encourage your users to use this tool and link to their social media accounts so that you can get more engagement with your event. And then our final topic for the day, so I hope that makes sense. This is the post section. I can create my event alerts from the post section, and your members can write posts as well as you. So the final topic for the day is the gallery. So let's just take a look at the gallery. If I click over here to I'm in my list of features in the middle of my event homepage. I click on gallery, scroll down. So let's just take a look at it. Here, your members can submit photos to share as well as give those photos captions. You as the event manager can delete the ones you don't want to stay on your event page. So you can see, because I'm an event manager, I have this little tiny red delete button on every single one of these images. You can engage your attendees by having a photo contest or featuring photos that you like on your event homepage as background images. You can switch out your background image right here if you want to and show a cool image that your event attendee has uploaded to the event page. You can just send out messages that you are doing this and put the info on the About section to let your members have at it. This is just a really good way to get your members engaged. So that covers all of our topics for today. Thank you so much for attending this webinar, and please check out our other webinars at your convenience to help you get the most out of your events on SmartCrowdz. And please let me know if there are any questions. You can just type them in your GoToWebinar control panel box. Thanks so much. All right, all. Thanks for joining. And let me know. Just reach out to me directly if you have any questions otherwise that you didn't think of today during our session. Thanks.